When I first took the kids to the Seattle Underground Tour, I didn't know a lot of the stories of the people that were involved. And I learned a lot. And I think every year that I go, I see the city through my students' eyes, and they learn new things. And every time I go, I learn something different.
I think it's really interesting to see Seattle's past, especially underground.
When we get to go on the Seattle Underground Tour, they get that history of how did the city start and where was its seed and how did it grow and change in the beginning.
Seattle, a frontier town in Washington in the year 1889, had many businesses and a fairly large population. It was a trade town where people would stop before they went to the rest of the West Coast. It was during the gold rush, and there were many people coming and going, so there was plenty of cash flow. But little did they know that soon the entire town would burst into flames. The fire started on June 6, 1889. John E. Back, an assistant in a woodworking shop, was heating glue over a fire. The fire boiled over and it spread to the floor. Putting out the fire would have been an easy job, but the city wasn't going to get off that easily. The floor was covered with wood chips and turpentine. The fire spread to a neighboring building, and then a few more buildings, and before they knew it, the entire city was ablaze. The firefighters never gave up. Even though everyone around them was fleeing, they stayed to fight the fire. They were pumping water non-stop, and no matter what happened, they stayed and fought bravely. The fire was so severe, it destroyed about 25 blocks. The towns banded together to rebuild Seattle. The armory was converted to a dining hall to feed displaced citizens. Also, businesses started operating out of tents. Since they didn't want to wreck Seattle to build a new one, they built 8-foot walls on the sides of both streets. The people filled in the space between the walls and paved over it all. Then the building began. The people worked so hard, they built 465 buildings in a year.
We've been taking the kids to the Underground Tour for 5 years now, and every year we renew our commitment to go because we feel like it's educational in a really fun and meaningful way for them. It's a way to make history feel like it comes alive.